Hey, what is up guys, it is Thundershark115 and today I've got another top 5 zombies video, and in today's top 5 we are going to be wrapping up the Black Ops 3 Gobblegum series with the top 5 worst classic Gobblegums in Black Ops 3 Zombies. So we've already done the best and worst megas and we've done the best classics. Now we just need to finish off with the worst classics. Now the thing about these is that while you don't have to pay money for them, some of them are pretty useless anyways, that even if you have an unlimited amount and they're free, you probably don't want to use these at all. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And also I want to quickly mention that I'm not going to be including any of the whimsical Gobblegums in this because I know that they're not supposed to be useful. They're just for aesthetic. It makes the game look cooler, but that doesn't serve a practical purpose, though eye candy does work pretty well as a target finder. But other than that, let's go ahead and kick it off with our number 5 spot, which is going to be Arsenal Accelerator. Now what Arsenal Accelerator does is for 10 minutes you will charge your special weapon faster. Now this sounds useful, but it's really not, because sometimes rounds last longer than 10 minutes when you get into those higher rounds like those 40s and 50s. Not to mention, the specialist weapons are not really used in many high rounding strategies. The only one I can think of off the top of my head is gobblegum in the bunker. But honestly, the only real use this Gobblegum would have is if you're trying to quickly finish an Easter egg stuff when you're speed running that requires a special weapon, like for example in the Dreisendrach boss fight and you need to quickly charge your Ragnaroks. However, usually I really don't have a problem doing that anyways, and it has to put this in our number 5 spot. Coming in our number 4 spot, we have Always Done Swiftly. So basically how it works is for 3 rounds, you walk faster when aiming and you raise and lower your weapon to aim more quickly. Basically, it's quick draw, but in the Gobblegum form. So take quick draw, take the stock, and you got a Gobblegum form for it. The thing is, pretty much every weapon in the weapon kit system, except some of the pistols, have the option of both a quick draw and a stock. And to be honest, you can aim down the sights with pretty much every weapon in Black Ops 3 really quickly, and it just makes this Gobblegum pretty freaking useless. And that's why I have to put it in our number 4 spot. Coming in our number 3 spot, we have Coagulant. This is one of the Gobblegums that you start off with at the beginning of Black Ops 3. For 20 minutes, it takes longer for you to bleed out. So first of all, this Gobblegum is completely useless if you're playing solo. Next, you have to bank on the fact that you're going to go down within those 20 minutes and your teammates are going to be pretty far away. Now, I will admit that there might be some use on large maps like Origins and gobblegum, but the thing is, I'd rather have a Gobblegum that would keep me alive and prevent me from going down in the first place. Also, the thing is, it lasts for 20 minutes, so basically, if you pop this Gobblegum, 20 minutes later, it goes away, and then 1 minute after it goes away, you go down. You just wasted the Gobblegum for something that you thought you might have needed, but you didn't. And honestly, this would probably not be on this list if they made it so instead it was an orange Gobblegum, which immediately activated upon going down. Maybe it would have multiple uses, and then it would change the amount of time to like maybe a minute or a minute and 15 seconds. Well, 5 all. But yeah, and for those reasons, I have to put it in our number 3 spot. So coming in our number 2 spot, we have Firing on All Cylinders, and what this does is when you sprint, you can fire your weapon. Basically, it's the Gung Ho perk from multiplayer, but it's in zombies. Thing is, it's pretty freaking useless in zombies. Like, the only time it's ever really useful is if you have to run across the map really quickly and some zombies gets in the way and you need to blast it out of your way. But chances are you're going to run straight into the zombie and you're going to have to stop anyways because you collided with them. There's really no point in this, because even if you are training, you'd have to turn around and be sprinting into them and firing to get any use out of this, and it's just completely useless. I really do not see why anyone would like this, and there's only one reason why I didn't have this in the number 1 spot. Well, actually 2 reasons. One of them is because of the number 1 spot, but the other one is I heard that there is a glitch on Origins where if you have the MG08 and Firing on All Cylinders, if you're sprinting through the mud with stamina while firing your weapon with Firing on All Cylinders, you actually run pretty fast through the mud. I'm not sure if this has been patched yet, but it probably has. But yeah, Firing on All Cylinders is so useless, it's gotta come in our number 2 spot. And ladies and gentlemen, coming in our number 1 spot, we have Impatient. Basically, this is Arms Grace, except useless. So what happens is you pop it, and it'll activate upon bleeding out. And what it does is, normally you respawn when the round ends. Well, instead, this makes it so when there's only a single zombie left, you will respawn. So in theory, this sounds like a pretty good gobblegum. Like, you can spawn in, you can buy back your guns, your perks, etc., and then you can end the round and then be ready to go for the next one. Except here's the thing. A, it's useless on solo. B, you have to bank on the fact that you're going to go down and your teammates are not going to be able to revive you. Now, I mentioned this when I had Arms Grace in my top 5 best classics video, and yet it somehow made that list. So what's different? Well, you see, the thing is, if you're playing co-op and you're playing with friends or people that you know, chances are you know them enough that either A, you are not going to go down, B, if you do go down, your teammates will be able to revive you, or C, if you go down, your teammates are probably also going to go down, the game will end anyways. So, what this makes this useful for would be randoms, except here's the reason why it's not useful. Only one time in my entire time of playing public matches on Black Ops 3 Zombies have I found the lobby with people that have mics that you can communicate with. And unless you're communicating with them, people are just going to kill the last zombie without a care in the world, and pretty much all you really did was spawn like 2 seconds before you would have anyways. So, that's why it is completely useless. Like, the one time that I had a lobby in Black Ops 3 public match where the people had mics is the time I completed the Revelations Easter egg. But other than that, nobody's had mics, meaning nobody's communicating, meaning people are just killing zombies left and right, and they're not saving them so people can do things like upgrade staffs, or if they respawn with this gobblegum to get stuff back. And you're much better off using Arms Grace simply because that even if the people kill off the last zombie, you'll spawn back in, and you'll still have weapons to be able to protect yourself while you go get your perks. Well, this, you'd spawn in, and then they kill the last zombie like 2 seconds afterwards, and then you wouldn't have anything, and then you'd still have to deal with an onslaught of zombies, except you don't have a gun. And for those reasons, I have to put it in the #1 spot. I know I was kind of ranting in the last bit, sorry about that. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more, and also tell me what 5 classic gobblegums you think are really useless in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Peace, and 8 days till Black Ops 4. Hype.